Hello and welcome and hello. For this installment, I will be showing, I guess, just random, again, dollar store nonsense. A few, I don't even know if they're interesting or different items. We'll start off with these. These are Justice League Flicks Stars. Believe from 2018, if that'll be legible. So the reason I picked these up is just how horrendously molded they appear to be, but I think that's intentional. Oh, there it is. I thought there was a hair notch, and then I could no longer locate it. So you get 3 of these for $1. Ooh. Yeah. And just the thin, wispy leg was incredibly comical to me. When they're hollow, that's always great. So you have Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Get the rest of these out. Oh, there's Gray Batman with 2 broken legs and a bum tab. Let's see if that'll show focus. Thank you. Oh, made in Vietnam. That's impressive. Oh, 2019. I was incorrect. So you have a gray Batman. Here's a blue Superman with, again, oh, he's got 1 leg, but he also has the 1 thin, wispy leg, but he does have the bum tab again. And the Flash, I believe. Quite shiny, quite, oh, and a bum tab. Apologies. Attempting to read the packaging off to the side, and I knocked the phone a bit. So this one, it's an all-green Aquaman with, I believe is that what early 2000s or late 90s people would call raising the roof or twerking? I'm confused, but 2 wispy legs and a bum tab again. Look at him go. Another Batman and a blue Batman. So the varieties are really endless as far as how you could waste your money with these. Let's see about a blue Superman. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, enough of those. I'm already bored. Wish I had 2 trash bags just for those. Here's a robot transforming vehicle. And it is a vehicle. I got this just to see how impressive the level of cheapness could be, because I guarantee there's more emphasis and money put into the packaging than there is the actual figure. So that folds down, opens, arms raise up, and then he's got a giant barrel chest, and you can barely see his face. And the wings don't move. Those wings kind of glide back, and he has just one large boot instead of feet. And it really, like, I bent that one time and bent it back, and it's already no longer going to hold its form, and the wings are all out of place. So that's really somehow worse than these things, but not surprisingly. Speaking of surprises, ooh. Which dino will you get? 3+. Collect them all. If it takes my dying breath, I certainly will. So, big plastic egg, black egg, which of course, and then, ooh, that's actually, believe for the first time in my existence, I regret every fiber of my being, because that's actually not horrendous. The fact that it opens and unfolds, and then it's got a tail, and the head is under here. That's actually quite nice. Look at that. It is blue. That would be my only complaint, and it kind of looks like I don't even know. Not terrible. Real cheap plastic, obviously, and it's hollow so that it can all fold and be in the egg. But that's much larger than I was expecting. The egg is this size, and you get something pretty much the same size as the egg. I was expecting a tiny, I don't even have anything for reference, but I was expecting something half this size that would be rubbery or hard plastic that would all fit and wouldn't have any sort of motion to it. Look at that. You can actually make a dinosaur walk, wag its tail, and its head kind of could eat. I don't know. But yeah, not incredibly disappointed with that one. Really not angry about that. And in fact, that one can actually stay in frame. How about that? The next item, what every kid wants, what every kid, let me rephrase that, what every kid should want is a model of Mr. Bean's horrible British car. And it's all metal, or there's metal parts at least. But yeah, a Mr. Bean official Matchbox. The next two items are just examples of Dollar Tree has had these sort of figurines. This is apparently a paperweight, although I doubt it could hold more than a single ply sheet of toilet tissue from blowing in the lightest breeze you could ever imagine. But the reason I got these, they're really, really, again, there's like Captain Hook. It's a Disney figurine. There's all sorts of these, and they've had quite an assortment. But I'll take this one out. I mean, I don't know what I would expect for $1, but yeah, that's, look at the like fishbone fingers, spiny, and then the other hand is kind of normal. Just the face, Cruella. I apologize. You may want to take some of those dog skins and make a mask for yourself. And again, I don't mean to offend people with hideous facial deformities. And again, if that word deformity is, I'm referencing a previous recording, that's not something you shouldn't do. However, if the word deformity is no longer allowed to be used, again, I apologize. This is copyright Disney, however. And just the yellow bottoms of her feet and the fact that her boot and her coat are all molded, or I'm sorry, melting into one piece of matter. And yeah, her coat and her dress are kind of the same. She also, I may be unfamiliar with the Dalmatians property, but since she has black and white hair, is her dress not supposed to be half black and half white? I believe that detail was left out. Also, her coat is just all completely cream colored. Doesn't signify any sort of pardon. It doesn't signify any sort of Dalmatian origins, unless this is a later in the story when she's learned her lesson. Spoilers, sorry kids. But yeah, nice little molded hunk of rubberized plastic, not incredibly cheap feeling, just the horrific, again, paint and mold, and everything about it is just terrible. Your Captain America paperweight is along the same lines. Is there anything else? No. It's a monogram product. But yeah, just this one, particularly the belt and the shirt or uniform, whatever, paint is pretty terrible. The face, it's got a nice hunk taken out of his nose. Ears are becoming part of his mask area. Same thing on this side. So there you go. And again, there were, as far as these two are concerned, it's just, you could close your eyes and grab one, and they would all be equally as bad. And this one's not as terrible. At least it's not showing up in this recording as terrible as I first thought it to be. It's also loose. That's good. I'm sure that'll last a lifetime. So anyway, we'll round this one out with two items where I believe I actually purchased these with the intent to, perhaps, if I would ever get the notion or the inclination to display things, I bought these two items, I believe, to perhaps display. And again, this is the same, similar to these, but instead of Disney, they're Nickelodeon characters. And they have your SpongeBob, your Arnold Shortman, which is surprising. Had they anything from Rocko's Modern Life from the Ren and Stimpy era, I would have bought every single one of them. However, not really big on the SpongeBob or the Patrick Star or the Arnold Shortman for that matter. It is, again, it's interesting to see an Arnold figure in 2021. It's quite amazing. But I did see the Ren and the Stimpy. If you'll notice the Stimpy, particularly where my finger is, well, we'll get to that. So I bought these because they were all kind of decent. And we'll open Ren here in a second, just to see. And these are quite sealed, as you can notice. So here's Ren. Again, I bought this probably 6 months ago and never even opened it. Yeah, it's flexible, kind of more rubbery, flexible type material than a hard plastic or even a hard rubber. That's kind of neat. And yeah, a little bit of something around his eye where it's not 100% great, you know, a little bit of over painting in there. The teeth look okay. Kind of like to have some sort of line where his eyelids meet, but that's perhaps nitpicking, I'm not sure. And back is just all the mold colorization. Nickelodeon, Ren and Stimpy. So yeah, that I would actually display that. It's small, obviously. Small, but a decent representation. So now, again, where my thumb is, just pay attention. And the Stimpy that's in here, the Ren, just to reiterate one more time, I bought these for an actual, perhaps an attempt to display them. This is completely sealed. The way the Ren packaging opened, I doubt you could open this and reseal it without someone noticing, right? So there's his right hand. He doesn't have a left hand. Look at that. For just blindly, randomly grabbing one where the paint looked decent, and it really does, I'm quite shocked. And this is, again, 100% sealed, and we will open it. As you open it, tears the paper. And yes, he is missing his left hand. Also, the paint on this one isn't that great now that I see around the stomach area. There's molding lines. Nose looks nice. That's pretty decent. The teeth look good. The tongue looks good. The inside of the mouth kind of bled, but you could say that's part of the side of his. The teeth are kind of sloppy, but some excess material on there. Red on the body. Yeah, I was quite shocked when I saw that. So there you have it. And again, this one it's a harder plastic feeling base anyway, because of just the thicker mass of it, but the hand is flexible. You could manipulate that slightly. So yeah, thank you for watching. Why I don't know. If anyone could take the second or two to comment who's actually viewed this entire video and explain to me why, just a quick sentence or two, I'd appreciate it. But thanks. Thank you again. All right.